guys, welcome to another episode of the 234 podcast. We appreciate all the love we got from the last video. You guys really turned up for us, man. We appreciate you now.
The video is going crazy.
We love when I die, man. We appreciate it. But we're back again with episode 2. And we're just gonna start it off. The first topic we have today is Obi Cubana's
are we gonna call it concert or what?
Obi Cubana shut down.
Took over. It's a takeover.
I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah.
I feel like
I want to be Nige right now, man.
I just want to take like 3 million there and just go.
just one cow. Just one
cow, man.
Just one
At
cow.
least if I spend 3 million there, I can take like 2 cows home and shit
like
like that.
cows,
You know what I'm
cows.
saying, man? That shit is
Cows.
crazy. What do you guys think of? What do you guys think of that?
Man, I think generally it just kind of shows like that this guy is a really nice person or is a good person,
I know, right?
right? For people to show up for you like that, bruh, you got to be doing something that, brings people around you and you're helping people around you for them to show up for you on a time like this.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's one. It's like, yo, you got to be good to people.
But how many people for Nigeria get money?
Boy, I'm never believing that cap where it's like, money no day Nigeria.
500 cows.
Money did Nigeria die.
Bruh.
At least one cow is like 250K.
Easy.
Easy.
Do I mean if easy? Yo,
Obi Cubana is just sitting on 10 million naira like this.
bro,
That's
what
not-
10 million that, bro? The guy doesn't,
500 cows.
bro. The guy doesn't even. I said Obi Cubana is now the chief headsman. Whoever is the chairman of headsmen in Nigeria, Alami Yeti or whatever, you got to go give that crown over to Obi Cubana.
Is it better
because- now.
see competition?
He has to be a good person, man. What? See, turn up. Hope you're there.
I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
It's
That shit
cra-
is insane, man.
Crazy. It's
They-
crazy.
like it's literally a concert.
It's crazy.
Like if you seen that shit for the first time, you think there's no way someone died
Nah, for sure. It doesn't feel like they're there for a burial anymore.
at
Like,
all.
But guys, like, how many people do you guys feel like right now in Nigeria that are sitting on like billions of money and then are just like low key? Because today we saw a bunch of like rich people turn out from like people
Bro,
we didn't even know.
I see, but that's the other thing too. It's like don't confuse fraud and blessings. though.
I'm on a blessing, man.
Or you can say don't confuse fraud and ritualist.
No. But listen, but yeah,
But I get what this guy said though, because a lot of those guys are legitimate businessmen. But bruh, man, there's money in Nigeria, man.
There's level
Like,
to this shit.
There's levels to this shit. Like there's real levels to this shit.
no, but like it's like I see what you like. I was looking at the videos today and I'm like, damn, like imagine how many people sit on that type of cash right now, like just chilling and they will say money not in Nigeria. And you know what's funny about the whole thing? It just made me realize that for in Nigeria, the actual gap between rich and poor people is insane.
It's
There's
crazy.
no middle class in
Insane.
Nigeria
There's no-
anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually
But
insane.
there's never been that.
no, over time it has shrunk.
I mean, growing up, I don't think there's ever been a middle class.
Is that
Nah,
you're rich?
There was a
Or
middle
you're
class.
poor.
Like if you think about like the 90s, right? Like if you think about the 90s, right?
Middle class, they oppressed, so
what used to be like the top schools, like
Mhm.
those were the Queen's College, the
Pampas.
KC, the Pampas, right? It wasn't out of rich. Like some families would have to, struggle to send their kids there,
Mhm.
but it wasn't out of reach,
Mm-hmm.
But bro, right now, there's nothing like that anymore. It's just either you have money or you're going to
I
public
know,
school,
man. Even think about it, like the public school system in Nigeria is just like
there's no public school system.
There's no public.
it's like that's the best. Like if like government don't care about you, that's the school they say just go Jerry.
Bruh.
It's crazy, man.
But the thing is, like, there's actually like it's crazy that there's so much room for people to be helped in Nigeria, or like there's opportunities, or there's like I feel like sometimes it's not about like it's not even greed, but like sometimes it sounds like that to me. It's not fair to call someone who's work for their money greedy, you know what I mean? But like,
Yeah, for
what
sure.
do they do with all that money? Share now.
But you know what? I hate that mentality.
Why
though.
is that though?
Because think about it, like people in Nigeria asking like you guys like asking us for money in Canada, thinking like oh, we have this money, why can't we just help them? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's the same.
Yeah.
That's the same mentality we're like giving to these guys that have like crazy.
No, but the thing about people in Nigeria is like some people don't know any better. You know what I mean? Some people just think that as far as you don't cross border, you don't blow. You know what I mean? So people don't know any. They don't know any. They literally have no idea what like we have to go through or what we're going through or like stuff like that. So people just assume. But people back home, you know what people they go through now. You know the situation of the country. You know how it's been. You grew up in that system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know it's different. I feel like there's a little bit of different. If you don't but how I look at life is if I'm doing good, if I'm up there, like I said, people. Because I know not everyone is like me being in Canada, like having support. Not everybody if you get this opportunity to come here, you know what I mean? Like I said, people, just what it is, just how I am.
But that's what I'm gonna go back to,
Mhm.
especially with this Obi Cubana shit.
Mm.
Do you see how like it feels like he has empowered his circle so well? Like
Exactly. You know, he put people on too. He put his boys on. You know what I mean? Like everyone's chilling. You know, there's a group of people and everyone looks like they're doing good for themselves. You know what I mean? Now it starts with one person. You know, it starts with one person. Now it's a whole group.
Do you think like it started off being like his friends, and now it's just turning into like I want to show say I get money past you. You know what I mean?
Maybe say
nah,
I want
I don't think they're trying to show
Oh,
they
you
have
show
more
off.
money. But I think they're just trying to celebrate their like this is when someone's done something good for you, like any opportunity to like, show that person how appreciative you are, it's like you're gonna take it, right? So a lot of it is just, yo, you know what? Like this guy has come through for me. So this time that, I can do you just be like, you won't give rich man money, like waiting, like how much money you won't give him. It's about like what you do at like times like this, right? You're honoring him amongst his people, right? But again, man, so far
because even people wait there, even people wait there around them, like the people in the group, they know how much everybody know their level now. They know it's not about like I do pass my guy. It's just like celebrating. I mean, not life, but like we're celebrating. You know what I mean? Just having a good time. I just feel like it's just like you get money, you are empowering people, you helping your guys to get to like. It's just I want to see my brother shine. Is
I know,
basically what
but
it
you
is.
guys notice how like there's no young guy there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there's no young guy.
Bro.
I'd say there's guys in like around like 35 to 40.
Yeah, those are the ones holding the bag for the rich guys. Like they're the bag boy. I want spray money. Give me that money. Like those are the guys.
Oh, okay. So for instance, there's certain guys. Someone like Fraud is there. Like Fraud is not. I don't think he's that old, but I feel like a lot of these guys bring. Okay, someone like Alex Okubo. I don't think Alex Okubo is like is on that level, but again, they put these guys around. They bring these guys around them, right? And when these guys are around them, obviously they can't spend money the way these guys are spending money, but ultimately they're gonna at least try to show out a little bit, even if they are small 1 million.
But that's just like
this guy called 1 million naira small.
But
in that in that setting,
talk your shit.
in that setting, though, in that setting, a million naira is like, yo,
it's nothing.
It's nothing, bro. Even Kana, your chief ritualist, bro. You see how much money that guy was counting,
I know,
bro.
but that's just like everything, though. Like that's just like everything. Even if not like even people where they sing like rappers and everything. Obi will get money. You still they bring in boys coins. You chill with them. Dremo. Shout out to Dremo.
Yeah, there's power in bringing people together.
You bring people together. You try to put people on. It's just like everything in life. Like once you get all the support from people to get to the top, and when you're finally there, you go like bless people. It's just what it is.
True.
So
true.
yeah.
That's crazy, man. Do you guys think like people just look at them and be like, they just feel depressed? Like they feel like, oh, why isn't this me? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But talking about this mental health right now, it's a big issue, and I feel like we should discuss mental health in Nigeria now.
I feel like mental health in Nigeria is just like
it's basically non-existent.
I swear, it's like
Yeah.
oh, Kilo, what's your problem? I'm depressed. Depressed, bawol. Love for about Go and wash the plates.
Yeah.
Like
where's the lie though? Where's the lie? There's no
facts now.
where's the
Like
lie?
you can't even talk to your parents about stuff like that. Like I remember like growing up, like I grew up in a family where like I had no dad, like no father figure. It's like who cares? Like you can't even tell anyone stuff like that. Like and so Anyways, you're gonna do the dishes this afternoon. You're gonna do like you get me like no one cares about your mental health in Nigeria.
Bro, honestly, like I see people go through a lot of like mental health struggles. I sometimes you just dey thank God, man, because last he's the only mental health person you can talk to. Last, if anything catch you now, about God you go pray to. Man.
Fact,
You know
man.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
but,
You
but
be,
that's the thing that like I feel like in Nigeria we either believe in prayers or either prayers or the way like person fit talk say yo like I'm feeling depressed and shit. Oh boy, a marathon night vigil you go to them. Like
yeah.
why are you having
I
this?
swear.
Because in Nigeria it is the spirit of depression. It is
Mhm.
not just depression. It is
Mhm.
it's like the spirit of depression just see you for the crowd, just fire you, yeah, take bass. You don't chop and be that.
But sometimes sometimes I actually feel like people don't actually just know any, like
Did
you
you
know
know
what I mean?
better?
They don't know like an average Nigerian right now. If you know even if they feel depressed, like someone could be going through depression or like you know how many like coming here, I just learned about a lot like countless amounts of mental health issues that are personality disorder, borderline disorder, stuff like that. If someone feels like that, which these feelings are actually really true, like
Yeah,
you know what I
sure.
mean? You might not the person average Nigerian might be confused if they think say them jazz am or them do am for something, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or na family problem.
Or family problem, you
Auntie
know.
Funke is doing
Yeah,
something. Mommy Jibade wants to kill me, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like
Exactly.
man,
It could literally be just like you're feeling depressed, or a little bit anxious, you know what I mean? Like because there's so many feelings that we go through that we can't even explain.
we don't put a name to it. For instance, like I think, but now though, with like the millennial generation coming up in Nigeria, at least we're starting to understand that anxiety is a thing. We're
you think
starting
so?
to.
You think
Oh
so?
yeah, for sure. Like people are starting to talk about like even on Twitter talking about anxiety, and which is nice, but it's only like the starting. It's only like the starting point. Like even during the NSAS protest, right?
Mhm, mhm.
There was like a mental health like helpline, right? And I was very happy to see that like okay, yes, like we're starting to take mental health serious.
I just feel like with the way we've grown up in that, like with the way that country has developed to what it is today, I just don't feel like it's gonna help. Regardless of whatever they try to put out numbers,
Yeah,
everybody still know how they take
yeah,
to these
but
kind of
that's the
issues.
thing though. Like that's where we're still talking about that enlightenment is not everywhere.
I
Like
feel like
even
exposure.
yeah, that
Exposure is
exposure,
very
and
I just
it's
want
still
to ask
not
you guys:
everywhere.
are there therapists in Nigeria?
some
I don't.
people.
Yaba left.
Some
So wait. The therapy is the psychiatric hospital.
Oh boy! But you see the stigma that we have with Yaba left, right? It's if you do something now, we go carry you go Yaba left.
For those of you that don't know,
Right.
Yaba Left is a psychiatric home in Lagos. Like
So it's just like I don't okay, and there's the other one in Ogun State,
no, bro.
Aro,
There's bare
right?
places like that.
Neuropsychiatric
There's
hospital in
no,
Aro,
there's
right?
bare like bro in Abuja. There's bare like rehabs, like so many
Yeah,
things. Like
I know
you know what I
like what
mean?
you're talking about, like rehabs and shit.
Yeah,
But like
yeah,
I'm saying, like, is there like a
yeah. Yeah.
psychologist where
There-
you can say, hey, I want to book a session, just talk about like.
yeah, like a therapist. I just want to talk about my life.
But
Like
that's
Bro,
the
I
thing, though.
haven't,
You do not even have
bro.
your daily bread.
like the average
how are you going
Nigerian
to
don't
talk
the average
about
Nigerian
like?
don't even think depression is real.
Facts.
I won't say, but
The
bro,
average Nigerian
not
doesn't
They
know.
don't even know what depression
Yeah,
is.
no,
exactly.
I won't say like the average Nigerian doesn't know what depression. The like, bro, how big I tell you something. If you have all these problems, yeah, and then you have this invincible one that you cannot quantify, you cannot point to, right? You never chop. Your pikin never pay school fees. Your wife, like say she done the lamba or guy. Your landlord they pursue you. Those are like physical shit that you can point to, right?
Mhm.
So now you want to now tell me that you're going to tell somebody, maybe your neighbor Baba Chukuma, maybe say is going through maybe 2 out of 3 of the issues that you're going through, right? You're gonna now tell him that this invincible shit that like you can't point to is what is now like fucking you up. Everybody go just look at your boy. We like say you never serious. Once you don't ready, you go outside, go also. You know?
No, but let's actually think about this. Like people, people for Nigeria just the first step to fixing mental health. It can never be fixed. It's something that can never be fixed. Even in the whole world, there's no fix to mental health. But we can enlighten people. First of all, I feel like some people don't even know what it is. People don't know what meant. Like me, you just sit down, they feel down. You think it's a normal just to get back up the next day and hope that the next day is better. And the next day is not better. You hope the day, doing repeating the same processes over and over again, expecting
I
different results.
know,
You know
that's
what I mean?
crazy.
People don't know mental health. Even when we did school, like thinking about like no one ever brought up like when you feel this way, it might be like anxiety. You know what I mean? You might be going through
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Even your
no,
teachers, though, bro, your teachers, they go through
you know what I'm-
depression. They don't want day there, they
I
teach you.
swear,
The work they are
man.
doing, it's not like they chose it. It's like,
It's
this
the
one's gonna
final thing.
this one's gonna bring some like bread on my
I
table.
know.
Like so where even themselves they go through depression. Like then one can tell you say you should feel like this.
no,
I
but
swear.
no. What I
Bro.
say? What I talk? We say? What I talk? We say? Everything where they happen to person for this life, get where we take solve am. No matter what it be. If you not get solution, you get where you take go around that way if they live your life. Like people going through bad depression every day. Like you usually see person don't lose weight, person don't, you know what I mean? You just don't know
Bro,
what
don't say you know the
you
chop.
know.
You see, she Germany.
ultimately-
Baba any HIV.
you know, like Nigerians' first comments to everything is negative, which
Yeah.
only makes depression worse. You know what I mean? You don't even know to tell person.
Depression waiting.
You know,
This one, no be man you be.
exactly.
Yeah,
Bro, shout out to my pops, man. One time I just sit down, just did like because the first time when you experience things like this, you are confused. You don't even know, like you're growing up, you don't know what's going on. I shout out to my pops one. I called him one night. I was like, "Yo, we need to talk, man." And then he was just telling me like, just you should be grateful. You should be grateful because I remember I was feeling like this too when I was your age, and I told my dad, and my dad was just like, "You be man." That those lines, you be
You're a
man.
man.
You are a man. That way person they tell your picking like a 20-year-old adult just growing up trying to find his way around the world and he's struggling mentally and he's trying to talk to his own pops and you're saying, what thing you a man want to do for person?
No, but that's the societal construct though. Like that's the thing where it's like I don't know if men created it or men and women as a society created it.
It's
That
just I feel
as
like
a man you're supposed to be
yeah, you're
you're
supposed
supposed
to
to be
still
strong.
yeah,
You're supposed to
yeah,
you can't show any weakness.
exactly.
You can't be weak. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you, even though we're talking about this, yeah, me personally, I'm gonna say this. Like personally, if I'm going through shit, bro, I just like withdraw and go into my own little like ball and
Definitely like
just hope that you know what I'll resolve this shit on my own.
yeah.
Because one, I feel like talking about it makes it feel like you're weak, right?
Yeah. You also don't
And
even know who
and
talk
you don't
to.
even know who to talk
Yeah,
to about
yeah.
it because like
That's the biggest
Yeah.
you
problem.
talk to somebody and you're just like
Because
ah,
people judge you.
these people judge you
I
exactly.
judge
Like for example, right? If you in Nigeria, like if you try committing suicide, oh my god, they look at you like, why you want to kill yourself? Like, what's wrong? Like,
Or this guy does kill himself or like
just
see,
for
like,
nothing, like
were you there for that nigga? Like were you
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
And even like when I see people like maybe on Insta blog and stuff that are like, oh, this person they broke up with her or they broke up with him and decided to like drink sniper. Like that was the trigger, right?
that was something leading
That
up
was
to yeah,
like
yeah,
that was
yeah.
the trigger.
That was the
That's the
final.
final, yeah.
you know,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was it's just like if you give that person a gun, a loaded gun, there would have been a time when
They felt like
they
doing
would have felt like, you know
yeah.
what, at this point, like let me just like end everything, you know?
It's hard, like
So
life is hard, like
but and people are gonna be laughing in the comments and being like,
I know.
no, be now only you they chop breakfast. Shayon, I mean, now only you they don't break up with, you know, that type of thing, and where it's like, yo, you don't even look. This type of thing should make you look inwards and be like, yo, like, what in my life could happen right now that would make me almost like be this person?
yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, we've all been there. We've
For
all
sure,
been
for
there
sure.
to a point where you're just like, man, if I wasn't on this earth anymore, maybe it would be easier.
For sure, we've
You know?
like for sure.
So
like it's never only like if you're in Nigeria, because I went through that when I came to Canada, because I felt like I felt away, I felt abandoned and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
So like it doesn't matter, but like I just feel like the stigma in Nigeria is pretty bad when it comes to mental health.
But you know what's good though. Let's look at the positives of that. Like you came, like you said, you felt that way when you first moved here. But the way you, because the way they bring you up for knowledge, like what everything your mom did for you, like everything that you learned when you're growing up to this point now. Now you sustain you at those times. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
Now you help you figure things out. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And
Not give
people
up.
around me had families, they had
Yeah,
friends. You know what I mean?
yeah. Not to quit. You know what I mean? May you know, like because like sometimes it's hard to like when they say like maybe they jealous of somebody. Sometimes it's hard to control. Imagine maybe they feel like you see
Mhm.
all people do all that type of stuff. Like oh God, why me? You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
somebody,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's why I'm saying. So like the positives of growing up in back in Nigeria, it's like yes, it was shitty sometimes, but like you know we have good morals. Like every we're grateful, we're content, whatever God gives to us, or whatever we take. You know, and everything is very spiritual too, because like everybody I feel like everyone goes up in,
Everybody
like
loves
you
Jesus.
know everybody exactly everybody you know what I mean, so that now waiting they sustain man last when things get hard and
Yo, of
you know
course. Like
um,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I get that point
Mhm.
where it's like religion or not. I won't say exactly religion. The belief in a higher being
yeah
is something that can help.
yeah
That helps you, you know,
yeah
get by in situations like this.
Mhm.
But also, I feel like we've weaponized it to the point where you're like, if you pray about it, it will be fine. You know, like that's like a miracle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
no,
that.
sometimes
Like
you just gotta work on yourself. Not everything is about like go on your knees and pray. You just gotta
yeah,
work on yourself.
exactly, right. And sometimes maybe it's just you need someone to talk to. You need someone to listen. And to be honest with you, sometimes I wonder, like, okay, what does a therapist do? Like, they literally just like chill
they
there and
listen
they
bro
They
ask you,
listen, they
how
listen.
do you feel?
They
bro
You
listen.
know?
No,
bro
like think about it when you're going through stuff. How many people actually listen
bro
to you?
trust me, for you to actually get somebody to listen is a blessing. Like it's actually listen, therapy is actually like very looked down upon, and I have no idea why.
But
Because
that even in Nigeria, for instance, in Nigeria, they like who wants to become a therapist because you're like, who my customers go be? You the first you think about is like na madman.
wait, but when you're talking about who your customers be, they think about the fact, say, like for real though, if you actually right now, if I went back to Nigeria and said I wanted to be a therapist, I would love the job. I would love the maybe I have passion. I want to help people. But last, think about that. Who your customers will actually be?
Them-
Like, how do you live your life? How who's gonna come? You know what I mean?
Nigerians don't know this, but I feel like their therapist is their spiritual person, like their pastor, their imam, their
Definitely.
priest.
Oh my God,
Because
definitely.
that's the person that tell all the
Yeah,
troubles to get them in.
yeah,
That's what, like that's their way of expressing
yeah.
how they feel, and they don't even know that. Like you get me?
Personal experience. My mom was talking to me a couple of days ago. She and someone that she used to trust and like basically put her whole life into, and like passed away. And my mom was like, I don't even know how to live, like you know what I mean, go up, like talk, you know what I mean. I was like, Mom, like there's so many alternatives to like you know what I mean. Like you can talk to anybody, just to find someone you confide in someone, trust someone, or last you life is better now. You know what I mean? You can if you get therapists who not even in the same country as you. If you get person
Fact.
where if you just call, you know, you could pay the person every session. You know what I mean? And
Facts,
you know
yeah.
the person will always have a feedback. You know, just I feel like therapy is going to go a long way if people are willing to trust the process.
I
You know
feel
what I
Yeah.
like
mean?
But
there's. I feel like sorry to cut you.
It's
Off. I feel
okay.
like there's someone out there just saying like is who have money that can
But
like go to
yeah,
therapy. But see, all you gotta do is just talk to someone that's ready to listen. It can be your dad, your
nah, not your
mom.
dad, you're finished. That's a
No,
Nigerian.
it depends on the relationship. No,
Nah,
it
nah,
depends
nah,
on the
nah.
You know,
relationship
no,
you have
but
with
no,
with your
but bro,
parent.
I'm asking you though. As say for instance, a female, right? Even as a guy, right?
Mm.
There's shit that's depressing you. And do you think the average Nigerian has that relationship with their parents? And I'm not saying like oh, you have like an extra like your parents are enlightened because like your parents have to be enlightened enough for you to be able to have certain conversations with them,
But
right?
everyone's different though. Personally, I have a very good relationship with like, you know what I mean. Like I tell them basically as literally anything that happens. You know what I mean? Because this is how I think. I think that this is because of the way I grew up and how they brought me up. If anything ever happens, God forbid, or like my back's against the wall and everything, like they're the first people I'm calling. Right? You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm not the only one. There's also people that have like experiences like that. And like just family, like there's people that obviously you just look at your like on your family and like, well, I should tell you something. But last people advise that if you ever want to talk to something, you shouldn't tell people within your family or people that you know what I mean? You could just be like anyone just that's willing to listen, like Solomon said, like anyone who's willing to listen is just like is blessed. That's why people pay a lot of money for therapy, because as long as someone's able to listen to you, it's just the best feeling.
So, have you guys ever tried therapy?
No, never.
Chai?
Yeah. Have you been?
I think I heard about it, but I don't think I tried it.
You've never been
No,
to
I
a
haven't.
therapist? No.
I've been to a therapist, just not Chai. There used to be therapists back in school, right?
By the way, this might sound funny, but remember how like sick bay was only for like physical injuries?
This guy.
You just took me back,
This
man.
guy.
Sick bay.
Sick bay.
My nigga, that's how unprepared we are to take care of mental health problems.
Crazy, man. It's crazy, and it's crazy because I feel, in my own opinion, every Nigerian is going through stuff.
Every single person.
But like they're so used to it, they think it's normal.
Listen, every
But that's
single human being is going through stuff.
That's one of the reasons why I feel like Nigerians were so strong. You know, this fella suffering and smiling.
Facts.
We're so used to it that we see everything
normal.
that's not
We see-
positive as, you know what,
But that's what I'm saying.
this is gonna pass. So like, let's be okay.
They're like this too shall pass.
This too shall pass.
But that's what
Bro.
I'm saying about the positives, though. Nigerians should be
if-
good in everything. Like, you know what I mean?
Even in secondary school, right?
Mhm.
Had a guidance counselor. The only thing the guidance counselor was talking about was sex and, you know, how to prevent.
I pray they talk
STIs.
about sex. So I
And,
pray to God Almighty.
you know,
they
that
talk about
was
sex.
that was it. It wasn't like, hey, like guys, like, are you having any issues at home that is affecting you in school? You know, like, are you doing okay? Like, how is your interaction with your peers? Like, nobody looks at that when you're in like high school and stuff in Nigeria, because like at the end of the day, it will be part of your book, right? That one can't be quantified. You can't get a score based on that. So nobody really cares about that, you know. And,
Bro.
And I feel like that's where, you know how they say, you know how like you might see a therapist and they will be like, oh, tell me about something from your childhood, and that might be the reason why you're doing something in your 20s and your 30s and maybe even your 40s.
I get what you mean. I get what
Right?
you mean.
So it's the fact that nobody cared about you know, addressing these things when they started forming up,
Mhm,
Mhm.
and then you think it's nothing, and then boom, you go off to university.
mhm.
You know, it starts to rate ahead a little bit. It starts to inform how you make decisions.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it's a factor in most of the decisions that you make.
Mhm.
And then maybe after university, you know, you meet someone or you get married and shit like that.
Facts.
And then boom, maybe at that time you start to turn your wife to punching bag. Not because you have anger problems, but because
It's just that's therapy.
that.
No.
But yeah, but like you're taking out that anger on someone who you're supposed to love and care for and take care of, right?
Mhm, mhm.
So a lot of it I feel like has to start early, right? Like anything.
Yeah.
And that's the thing though. Like I hope anybody who's hearing this and who's struggling with mental health issues and is not willing to admit that I'm actually having mental health issues. One thing I'm gonna ask you is, you can hurt your physical, right? You can have stomach pain. You know you're having stomach pain. You can have a headache. You know you're having a headache, right? You can hurt your foot. You know you have to like get like a balm or something put on it. But why don't you think that your mental can be fractured sometimes,
Facts.
right? So I think if you can realize that you're not a god inside, you're fragile too, right? And know that like if my physical, which I have a lot more control over, right?
Yeah.
Which I have a lot more control over, can break down. I can catch malaria. I can catch typhoid. I can catch whatever disease is out there, or I can break my hand or sprain my ankle. Why don't you think
Mentals.
it can happen into your mental as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can take care of all of those physical ailments, why don't you want to take care of the
Your
mental?
one. That's fair.
Facts.
That's facts.
Facts right there.
Big
You
big
know?
talk, Olamide. Big talk.
Big talk.
So
Big talk.
yo, if anyone's out there listening to this, not willing to admit that, because I feel like that's the first step towards seeking help.
You have to accept the fact
Accepting the fact that like,
yeah.
I'm broken or
Mhm.
something is broken,
Mm-hmm.
right? It
Mhm.
doesn't define you. Your malaria that you had when you were 12 years old does not define you,
Yeah.
right? It does not. It's not the first thing anybody's gonna see when they look at you.
Facts.
You guys,
Right?
you guys are just making me be in my feelings right now. I ain't even gonna lie.
This nigga.
I just want to break down now and tell you guys my depression.
But,
Yo,
I mean, like, it takes a while. It
does.
takes a lot to be able to admit that. And if you can admit to yourself and say, hey, like, Lamide, we need to fix this.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's step one.
Even
So-
feeling abandoned by your own parents can mess you
Yeah.
up.
yeah,
Because that, like, for example, I'm going through that right now, and that, like, not about my parent, but like about my dad.
Your dad,
and,
yeah.
and that just whenever I'm like walking down the street and I just see a kid playing with his dad, I'm like, damn.
That must be nice.
That must
See?
be nice. You know what I
right?
mean? Like stuff like that. Like, or you're watching a TV show and you see like a kid and his dad playing. You're like, now I gotta think about this. Like for
Yeah.
example, I was watching this Kelvin Hart movie.
Fatherhood.
Fatherhood. I literally turned it off 2 minutes and I'm like, I can't. No. This is sad because I can't relate and I wish I could. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Well,
get that. I get that.
But to be honest, sorry to cut you guys off. For everyone out there who's watching, struggling with mental health, know that you're not alone. Know that it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better days. It doesn't last forever. Important thing is make sure you get help. Make sure you talk to people. Yeah, like I said, you're never alone. Everyone's going through their own thing. We didn't mean to make this a sad podcast, but
No, it's not.
It feels like this podcast is just like, it's
Exactly.
a self-help podcast.
it's just like something we felt like we need to talk about because
Yeah.
it's always like it's always something that like people need to hear. So shout out to Olamide for making sure that we
addressed this.
touched up on this year. Yeah. And I really hope anyone who's dealing with anything, you find happiness, you find comfort, you find a solution and you get better.
You're loved. You're loved.
You're loved.
For
Alright.
sure.
All right, my guys.
Sure.
We're gonna move on to the next topic. This one funny, Sean. This one funny. Die.
What we
This one
talking-
funny.
What
Die.
are we talking about?
We have Twitter and they don't.
Oh, yo, that's true. That's true.
It's all
You know what? I'm gonna tweet right now. all my Nigerians retweet this. Oh shit, you can't.
All right, guys.
But yo, that is just like
What's the point?
Is that
Is that solution?
is that dictatorship?
that I've you
Look,
know what?
look.
You know what? I don't want to say that's the dictatorship because one, I know this might be unpopular opinion.
Oh
but
my God! Don't.
I'm one of those who believe that.
Don't even say.
No, hold on,
it.
let me say.
Finish, bro.
Finish.
I'm one of those who believe that the power of technology companies has to be checked in some way.
Okay.
The power of technology is powerful, bro. Like technology does not have to travel, right? It does not have to go to your immigration and say, hey, I'm declaring myself here. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you cannot infringe on people's rights to the one thing I'm mad about is the right to expression, right? Twitter is a means of expression, right?
Okay. It's
But-
not. It's owned by someone.
And it's owned by someone,
Okay, so
right?
if the person say, "Oh, I don't want you saying this," you can't do anything
But
about
that's
that.
the thing, though. That's what I'm saying, though, is that okay? For instance, 2 weeks ago, I don't know what happened, but I was locked out of my WhatsApp. and I tried recovering and stuff. Like tried reaching out to like the support lines and
Yeah.
stuff. Bro, it literally felt like I was cut off from the rest of the world.
You felt left out.
Right? Like that's how it felt. Like I was
You're not.
like,
You're not alone,
You
bro.
know.
no, because like if everybody is able to do this and you can't do it, right? But it also the fact that it's in one man's power. I mean, not one man. I'm pretty sure they
It's
have
a
a whole
company.
department. It's a
Well,
company.
it's a-
But
okay, wait,
the
when they-
company, right? Whose laws do they abide by?
By their laws, they have their own
But
policy.
that's the thing, though.
No,
but
no. When you sign up to Twitter, you sign up to everything that comes with it.
And
They
they- and-
have
and
their
you-
own policy.
And you do sign
As
the
soon
rules
as-
and regulations.
Thank
yeah.
you. As soon as you break that policy, they have every right to kick you out.
Facts.
it's
have
just like
every
going to
power.
the club.
Just
Just
like
like get
every-
drunk in the club, they kick you
It's
out.
like going to a club where they tell you you can't wear sneakers, and you go in there with your Jordan 1 on, and they kick you out, and you're like, why did they kick me out? Sorry, you're not allowed. Like, it is what it is. It can be racist, but it's their policy. You know what I mean?
I totally get that. I
So,
totally get that.
for
Like-
one man, Mr. Muhammadu Buhari, the dumbest president we've ever had in Nigeria.
Bro,
Definitely.
don't let them ban this podcast.
For
though.
one man to take it upon himself to ban Twitter for the whole for Nigerians, right? It's selfish.
But bro,
It's selfish. It's dumb. It's stupid.
I don't
but
see.
first things
you know,
first.
listen,
Do you
listen.
even think Buhari knows what Twitter is, bro?
No, he
That
does.
man-
No,
duh.
he does. He does,
Yes, he
bro.
does.
But guys.
let me tell you,
guys.
I read this man's tweets, bro. This
He
guy
does, no.
is
He
not-
doesn't tweet.
He doesn't
He
tweet
doesn't
himself.
tweet.
He doesn't tweet.
Secondly, bro, I'm telling you, this guy does not. Bro, I could guarantee you could give Buhari a phone and be like, yo, with no Twitter on it, and be like, yo, tweet. This guy probably doesn't know how to.
No, but I'm
But
saying
what-
like.
so what I'm saying is that like the handlers, the people that are in charge of
I think the problem is that man they call
Lai Mohammed.
Lai Mohammed.
the guy's beef started when
Lie.
Twitter took their headquarters to Ghana.
Wait, what was his what's his position? He's Minister of Information.
Minister of Information
Information.
or whatever. I think so. Yeah,
That guy might be the dumbest one. You know what? Buhari's dumb, but Lai Mohammed is dumber
He's
than
dumber.
Buhari. Jesus.
and who's the
Christ.
dumbest?
The dumbest
Yeah.
is Buhari.
Yo, well, I'm not even gonna lie though. I was kind of shocked because like it has been a while since we had a ban on something in Nigeria, right?
Isn't that crazy?
Bro,
No,
it's
but listen-
reminiscent of
no, but
the
what
Abacha days.
what
you
I'm
know?
what I'm
swear.
saying is like, what are the positives of like banning to like.
None.
No, you use crow.
Let's even let's.
You use the crow app.
Yo,
Bro, do you know that guy was paid 138 million to develop that piece of shit?
No, you're joking.
No, I'm not joking,
No.
bro.
You're joking.
Bro, I'm not joking.
100 and what?
138 million naira
Naira.
to develop crow app, bro.
You're joking.
Bro,
No one is using that shit.
you know they reported the app until it got taken down by the Google. Yo, you know what was crazy? Their terms and policies, like privacy policy, was Spotify's. Like if you click it, it goes to Spotify. Bro, I'm like,
That's crazy. That's
what
funny.
the?
That's funny.
You know what? I'm not gonna curse on this podcast, but I'm like, bro, how dumb can you be that like your developers or whoever is working with you just jacks off Spotify's privacy policy and
That's laziness.
like it's extremely
That's
lazy.
lazy.
And then they're saying Lai Mohammed was like, this is an opportunity for
I heard it.
another like Nigerians to develop their own app.
Don't use VPN.
No.
No. Don't use. If you use VPN, they will take your personal information.
Shout out to all the Nigerian like
You
startups
use-
that are
you
doing
use
really,
VPN.
really big
Yes, man.
things.
Yes, man. Shout out to you
Paystack,
guys.
Flutter Wave,
Shout out to you guys,
um,
man.
Sendbox, Sendpack.
Send
Bro,
pack.
it's crazy. It's crazy, but I just feel Nigeria. For instance, look at the ban on crypto.
I was about to bring that
Oh
up.
my
I was
god.
about to bring that
No,
up.
can I just say something? Lion Muhammad and Muhammad Buhari,
Line, man.
dumb and dumber.
Dumb and dumber.
Cryptocurrency is not a scam. One, it's not fraud. Two, you guys are so stuck in your ways, man, that you guys think cryptocurrency is Yahoo. Oh, they're doing Yahoo with
Oh, it's
crypto.
fraud.
Nigga, like, how dumb are you? Read the book. This is a guy. Our leaders didn't even go to school. So
Right.
that's problem number one. Problem number two, they're 92-year-old.
And all they worried about
These niggas are gonna die in 4 years. And they're worried about cryptocurrency.
Bro, that's the thing though. Is that but the question is I'm gonna ask you.
I'm
Like,
sorry,
I'm
sorry.
gonna-
This topic is in. And he said Nigerian youth are lazy. Mr. Buhari, you are the lazy one. You are lazy. Buhari, I dare you right now to stand up from where you're sitting and just walk. Just do like a normal walk. Just walk for 15 minutes. Let's see how lazy you are. You can't even speak English.
Okay, you they go back Nigeria very soon.
It's
no?
but at some point, like we gotta be honest, man.
Nah, for
We
sure.
Call a
gotta be
spade a
honest.
spade.
Yeah, call a spade a spade.
Call a
Nah,
spade a spade.
Buhari is not good for Nigeria. I don't know who voted for this guy, man. Like
Nigerians,
Jesus.
bro. No, I think for sure, like the first election, the one in 2015, like we were just tired of Jonathan's bullshit.
But they sold us a fairy tale.
So the
Yeah, of course.
fucking
No,
dream.
Nigerians were ready for. Have you? Okay, I don't know if you've seen this show on Netflix. It's like how to become a dictator, like how to become a dictator or something like that. It's present yourself as the savior from whatever problems the government has put you in, right? But anyways, let's not even like go. I still see a couple of my people tweeting, so like shout out
to VPN.
Shout out to
Shout-
VPN.
Uh,
Shout out to all the
I see
VPN
people
people, man.
tweeting from Dublin, even though you're in Surulere.
Maybe
People-
maybe this should be a topic for another time. And just to put like the icing on the cake, right? Bola Ahmed Tinubu is running for president.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen though. I think that's just. I think they're just
why
joking.
don't you think it's gonna happen? What do we
Bro.
never see for this country?
That's true though. I'm not gonna be
What
shocked.
do we never
because-
see for this country?
I'm not gonna be shocked because like
Nigga
yo,
Kanye ran for president. bro.
Anybody knew that was a joke.
Anybody if you run, man.
Anybody
we,
can run,
we
but
as Nigerians, I feel like we're taking one step forward
and 20 backwards.
and 20 backwards.
From
man.
that 20 now like 50 backward. Man.
Imagine
It's
look at people we've had. We just had Buhari, right? When it's done, we're gonna have Buhari, and then we're gonna have Tinubu.
No, I don't.
Ah!
I hope by God's grace, like
God.
we don't have to experience that.
Do you guys
because-
ever believe that like a new politician, not a new politician per se,
But someone,
just like different idea,
bro,
young Nick like a baggy W.
you wanna make it good and sing for us.
No, but I'm just kidding. But like someone that's different, just like something.
Look, like,
There's
but I think it's gonna happen soon because let me tell you something. Yeah, look at how our startup environment is becoming. Right, look at the guys that used to fund political parties before. It was the old guys,
Mhm.
the Dangote,
Yeah.
the Otedola and
Yeah.
stuff. Now, if the founder of Paystack is like, yo, I want to support a
Mhm.
brand new political party with
Mhm.
$1 million,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
The guy, the patricia.com.ng says like, yo, I want to add another $1 million.
Mhm.
That's a youth-led movement,
Facts.
right?
Mhm.
Because like, bro, okay, what has been no, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question. What has been the problem with our elections is that bribery, right?
Mhm.
If we say we're gonna meet these guys, we're gonna match them
Yeah.
naira for naira,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm telling you, we will definitely be able to bring.
You
No,
can't.
I'm not
go-
saying we
you
cannot
can't-
win.
You
I
can't
cannot- I'm
go
not saying- I'm
against.
not-
You can't go
I'm not
against
saying
people that have been in power for 60 years.
I'm not saying we're gonna win presidency on the first attempt, but I'm saying that if we can at least clear out even a local house of assembly, like a state house of assembly, right? Start to dissolve their powers even from the local level.
Nigerians,
Bro.
all we have right now is mouth. Sorry, Nigerian youth, all we have right now is mouth. No action. Literally no action. Niggas will go out to protest. So, oh, let's go and protest today. As soon as police come out, I want to go to my house.
But why you
Nobody
blame
wants to
them?
die, bro.
You won't die.
Yes, that's how change is done.
My nigga,
Let's die for our
The
country.
you're in
people, the
Canada,
people, the people
okay,
that
so
the
I
people that
understand.
died, the people that died for us to be free. What, have we been freed?
We're enough of people haven't died.
The
By,
people-
by
This
time
nigga said enough of people haven't died.
This guy said-
We got-
what about the innocent, countless innocent people that have died?
bro,
Plus the ones that were the ones
My-
that actually went out.
my
recently.
problem is, see, Rest in
How
peace.
many people you want me? How many people you want me to die?
Rest in peace to everyone, like to the people that we lost. But let me tell you something. When I come back to Nigeria, I'm going to create change. The problem with Nigeria right now is like we have no face. We the youth have no face.
Banky W.
Can you stop saying Banky W? Banky W, like I like him, but it's coming from a place of privilege. He's not gonna do the dirty work we want. You can't be in the
system.
you can't be in the system and trying to change the system. You have to be out. You can't be a member of APC and tell us you want to change.
But how do you feel like someone out of the system? How you feel say they'll get the opportunities they get to the people?
Exactly. Step number 1, we have to form our own party. Fuck APC. Fuck PDP. They're all the same people. APC, PDP, CDC, NCC, whatever C. They're all the same people. Because see, if we form our own party, donations coming from us, we cannot be corrupted by anybody. Because it's our money.
It's not about being corrupted. I'm like saying like, if we create party, anybody can create party now. But how do you get people to take you serious? How do you get up there? Like, how do you get people?
There's 50. How many youths in Nigeria? Like 60 million
like
or something.
more than 60. But bro,
we are more than this old man.
Okay, we're not gonna count all the youths in Nigeria. I'm gonna count the youths in southern Nigeria. I'd say maybe we're like 40 million.
Can we are all one.
Anyways,
North,
this podcast,
bro,
this
North,
podcast is not
South,
the day.
East,
This podcast, today's episode
whatever
is not.
you are.
Today's episode is not the day to discuss
every Nigerian want change. It doesn't matter if you're from the
Bro,
north,
did you
from the
see?
east.
Well, I'm sorry, but did you see the crowd that welcomed Buhari in Kano?
If Buhari go to Lagos, crowd will welcome him
No,
too. Yes,
bro.
they will.
No.
Yes, they will.
No, bro.
Yes, they will.
Nah, bro.
If he goes to the east, they'll welcome him too. That's it, bro.
Nah. Okay, why hasn't he carried his national this national tour where they go? Why hasn't he carried it to the south?
Because it's not time. I promise you.
Bro, he's been
Listen.
he's been to Borno.
If he's going to run,
been to Kano.
Oh
He's
my
been
God.
to but he's staying in the north
That's his
because
base.
that's his base.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Bro, that's why I'm telling you that like
see, stop. Buhari did not win election because of the only
he won
the
elections
north.
from the north.
Okay,
Did you-
only wait.
No,
Did
not
he
only
win
the north.
because
Not
of
only the north.
So he won Lagos clear. APC. That's an
because
APC.
that is
That's what.
Tinubu's stronghold.
Okay, so what? I just said he has fans in Lagos, in the east, in the west, wherever that guy goes, because obviously the president of Nigeria, which means majority of Nigerians voted him.
I'm not denying that, bro. I'm not denying that.
Okay,
I'm saying,
but
with the
your
current
mindset of
with the
saying
current, no. You know what? Maybe I was wrong for saying just southern Nigerian youth, right? Maybe I was wrong, and that's a strong maybe, right? But you can't ignore the fact that you might want different things.
I get what you mean. But let me ask you a question. What Nigerian youth would you say if this guy like this is our face? I want this guy.
I don't know.
How many of them?
No, we
Shut up,
can't.
fella.
We
Why
can't.
not?
We can't.
Shut up, fella.
Showora is the biggest fraud.
Shut up, fella.
Why do you call him?
He's a fraud. Before he ran for president, what was he doing?
What's a journalist
For who?
for Sahara Reporters?
And who owns Sahara Reporters?
I don't know who owns it.
APC.
I don't think APC.
Yes,
owns
he
Sahara.
was paid. He was paid.
No, he
was
definitely
paid-
was attacking the PDP
It was
government.
paid
for sure.
to attack the PDP government. It's corrupt. See, I want someone like there's only one person I want to run,
Who?
but he talks too much and he has no action.
Who?
Sheon Kuti.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Sheon
Sheon
Kuti-
Kuti, the one that is beefing whiskey.
See, let's talk.
because of-
See. Let's
No, I'm sorry.
because that's
But,
not
like,
his
bro,
policy. That's not his policy.
So the
Let me ask
Grammy.
you something.
Just because he talks about whiskey. See, let's
No,
not
no.
listen.
I-
Oh
okay,
my God,
I-
you're
I'm-
being biased right
I'm
now.
not being biased.
Let's
No.
talk about Sheon
You know
Kuti.
what?
Sheon Kuti
I
as
like-
a man.
I
Not
like the
Sheon
fact
Kuti
that
as whiskey the hater. Let's talk about Sheon Kuti himself. I love what that guy does. I love what he stands for. But my only problem with Sheon Kuti is he talks too much and he doesn't want to run. If you're gonna talk that talk, be ready to put yourself out there. Create your own party. He has his own party. Now run for president. Run for something. The change is you claiming, the oppressors. You show us the way. Run for something
But it's not,
and
it's
then
not
go
just,
up.
bro, anybody can be a political commentator. You don't even have to be anybody
That's
can,
what I'm
can
saying.
comment
It's the
on
action. It
national
lacks
issues, right?
action.
So it's bro, I feel for a youth for like a Nigerian youth to, take power. For instance, look at this Kogi State governor. That guy is the most useless governor I've seen. And I lived in Kogi State for a little bit of time, right? For the guy to have the balls to say he's running for president, I think it's a disgrace. And I think his kinsmen are supposed to flog him. Actually, like, trying to, go disgrace them internationally. I'm sorry, nationally, right? But
Mhm.
then again, I'm seeing like a lot of people, Nigerians in diaspora, endorsing him to run for president. Anyways, that's different. But I'm saying for the youth to start, even okay, so even with the Twitter ban, like I'm seeing a lot of Nigerians that are saying like, yo, PVC registration is open or is opening soon. Everybody start getting your PVCs.
I'm on PVC now for who send PVC.
No,
No,
but
you need
to
it.
start somewhere, bro. You cannot just, there are lots of, even, okay, so for
I'm not
instance,
believing PVC.
when I was in Kogi State, right, I did like, they use this NYSC, like if you're doing NYSC, you like you work for INEC during the elections, right? And I know a shit ton of people who are like, oh, I'm not voting because we already know what the result of the election will be, right? If everybody had that mindset,
I get what you mean.
like, bro, we're gonna be like, they're gonna be, because I'm not a Nigerian anymore. They're gonna be, and it was back to Obi Cubana. Cubana chief priest, that guy. I salute you, man.
You
Like,
too, man. Shout out to you.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to you, man.
like that guy is, man.
Babao.
I don't know, bro. I want to say that, man, I feel like from what I've seen from Obi Cubana's friends,
Mhm.
it warms my heart. Like, I'm not even friends with any of them, or I'm not, like, I don't know any of them, but to see a group of friends who are making it together,
Yeah.
and coming together and celebrating together and showing each other, like, you all don't have to be in the same business, but you can always help each other through whatever
Yeah.
you're doing,
Yeah.
right? So shout out to that guy, shout out to that group, man.
I'm gonna
Like,
shout out to that group, man. But guys, I think we have come to the end of our podcast for this week. We appreciate all your love and support. It was very overwhelming, the love we got from the first video. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for supporting us. Don't forget to like and subscribe in every video we post. Turn your bells on so you know when we post a video. We appreciate, we love you guys, and catch you guys next week. Thank you very much. We're out.
all right, thank you guys, appreciate it.
Get him. I ain't so funny no guinea. You know what I mean? Jeep ready extending it. You know what I mean? I did really good in it. You know what I mean? Boy fresh to the socks. You know what I'm saying? I ain't so funny no guinea. You know what I mean?